Hey, J. Martins. Yeah. Let's do this. Now waiting they happen. Why you they worry? Life for now, JJ, so just try to take them softly. Come on. Even if you lose, with some of money. Okay. No matter the problem, never let them weigh you down. Hey, if you believe, you go defeat.
Hi everybody, I'm Ajepomaa Mensah. Welcome to my gallery. What makes my brand exceptionally different from other design houses? You can walk into my gallery and select various designs in various sizes. I have a workshop of 8 employees and 1 intern. I'm really passionate about what I do. So when I come to work every day, I look forward to working with my employees who support my dream. I'm so glad that I moved back home to Ghana.
And welcome back to the BB Entertainment segment. And right now we have a designer, a very phenomenal designer in the studio right now with us, and that is Ajepomaa Mensah, who designs at the Ajepomaa Mensah Gallery studio. Thank you very much for joining us here.
You're welcome.
Yes.
You're welcome.
So tell me, what is Ajepomaa Mensah Gallery all about?
Well, Ajepomaa Gallery, it's a place where women come to get creative clothes to wear to so many places, whether you're going out with your friends, whether you're going to work, whether you're going for an engagement. So it's a wide spectrum of, places you can wear the clothes to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what inspired you to get into designing in the first place?
Well, ever since I was a kid, I remember when people used to go out, a lot of people were interested in the music and the ambience. I was interested in what people wore. And I've had that passion since as long as I can remember. Basically.
Now, I know that you studied in Singapore. You actually went all the way to Singapore to get some, to learn about fashion and how to go about designing. Can you tell me more about that and what the experience in Singapore was like for you?
Well, first of all, there are not a lot of Ghanaians that head that direction. So when I went to Singapore, it's so unconventional about the when you think of fashion, where to go to, you normally think of Paris, America, or London. But then, I decided, why not? So it was a different experience. Asians are very disciplined, very focused when it comes to what they really want to do, and the design elements, is totally different. And I feel like as an African, I can relate to it better than if they say I was in Europe or in London. They deal with a lot of textiles, a lot of fabrics, the fabric treatments and whatnot to bring your creativity to life. So it was a really enriching experience for me.
Now, tell me, after you finished from Singapore, did you come straight to Ghana, or what was the procedure for you to move down here?
Well, after graduating with a degree from Singapore, I went to New York. I mean, with every designer, your dream is to either go to a fashion capital. So I chose to go to New York. I worked in several fashion houses like Jill Stewart, Anique, Searle, did several internships, and it was such a mind-blowing experience for me dealing with the production set, pattern makers, and whatnot. So it's been such a good time.
Now, what has been some of the biggest challenges you face as a designer here in Ghana?
Well, moving down to Ghana, I did get a lot of discouraging. It's surprising, it's shocking, but I did get a lot of discouraging comments from other designers. Tailors steal from you. They steal fabric, notions, whatnot.
Ideas.
Yes, ideas, and so many discouraging comments. And I decided, you know what, this is my country and this is my home, so I'll make it work for me. And I think with a work ethic, when the tailors come to work, they're very demoralized. So what you have to do is you have to encourage them, make them feel they should value their jobs more, and being a tailor too is very important. You know, people think, oh, tailors, they just, you know, mend clothes and whatnot. But I think they have such extraordinary gifts, you know, because it's a lot of mathematics, a lot of science when it comes to that. So,
yeah. Now there are a lot of designers in Ghana. So many, in fact, I can count them on and on, and we could go. The show will finish.
Yeah.
But tell me, what makes you different from every other designer here in Ghana?
First of all, I do not, I barely custom make because the Ghanaian consumer is so focused on, you know, going to their seamstress, going to their tailor to get their garments done. But I've decided to do it ready to wear, which means you buy off the rack.
Wow.
Yes, yes.
So what is that? You have clothes on a rack, like already?
Yes, already made in your size. So which means you walk into the store, maybe you've not had time. Maybe most of the time is the bank girls. They don't have time to get away from work, and then they have to go to a wedding or a dinner party in the evening, and they don't have to rush to their tailors, you know, so that the tailor can give them a long list of reasons why their garment is not ready. They walk into my store. I've had several circumstances like that. They walk into my store, they pick up the rack in their size, and they're out.
So you have different sizes made.
Yes.
And you, I guess, over time you'll be able to tell how many per size that you have.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Well, I pick an average size because I see that my clientele, and Ghanaian women are voluptuous, so you know they're not the average twig, or you know they're in between. So most of them fall under 2 to 3 dress sizes. So what happens is when it fits, fine. If it doesn't, then I tweak it here and there. It takes a couple of days, like 1 or 2 days, and it's ready for them.
Now
Let's
let's
enjoy.
take a look at some of your designs. Let's have
Yeah.
DJ Snoop. Can you please give us some music to that model over there?
Yeah, with this dress, this is the Fatima dress. It has a sexy flair to it, but yes, it's very demure in front. I try to play with the lines because there are a lot of circles going on with the prints.
Okay.
And it's most of the fabrics I use, the African print I use, are vintage. So they have names to them. Like for instance, this one is called the Abankaba fabric, African print. Yeah. So basically, the shoulder cap too gives it a very, you know.
And it's backless.
Yes,
I love
it's
it.
backless. It's adorable. It's adorable. Yeah.
Now, with this kind of stuff, if someone comes and they see something that you have, can they get a new, like let's say, give you fabric and you can replicate the same thing for them?
Well, that one we are still working on, because what I realize is that of late, especially the career-oriented girls, which we have a lot of in the system nowadays, don't have time to go to Makola or wherever fabric vendor to get their fabrics. So I let them select their fabrics and then, you know, be in the store. So they, you know, pick the fabric from there and then I make it for them right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now, your
yeah.
starting capital for all of this, how difficult was that?
Well, initially it was challenging, but what I love about the fabrics in the system is really, you know, affordable. So you can, and it keeps evolving each week. Then different prints, different colors. So it makes it very exciting to go into town and get all your sources to create, you know, the design. So I didn't start with a big sum. Basically, I started with one machine,
Smaller.
one tailor, and myself.
Yeah.
That's how I started, and
All
today it's evolved into, you know.
Well, there's
Whole
another
house.
design out the DJ. Let's
Yeah.
see her.
Well, this one is called Amatele. It's made of silk brocade. It's such a gorgeous piece. It's one of my favorites. It has this Victorian puff sleeve to it, which has been cinched with a gold button, and it has a bit of fluff in front, a white fluff in front. And you can wear this out clubbing. You can wear it out to feel sexy. You can wear it out on a date. So
yeah, definitely. That looks like something that, you know, I could definitely wear. And
yeah.
You know what I do like though also is that you take a lot of your stuff is very detailed and it looks very fitted to the model's you know, body, and also I've seen that the material that you use is not just African fabric. You use other. So where do you get your material from?
Well, I do a lot of outsourcing. I outsource in India, Dubai, and China.
India, when do you get the time to go to all these places?
Well, as a designer, I mean, it's part of the rush. I feel you don't restrict yourself to just the African print because for the past 3 summer seasons, we've had African print as the main exotic focus in the international fashion world. So I try to blend in, the two, and a lot of designers say, a lot of African designers say, oh, I'm trying to blend in the West with African prints or whatnot. So I like this fabric, I pick it up and work with it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now let's take a look at the next model.
Well, this one is the Hassana. As you realize, most of the dresses I brought in here are backless. I feel that a woman's back has a very soft edge to it, so I try to expose that, and I love the woman's shoulders. In this situation, I try to blend in feminine and edgy, so I added a bit of metal chain to give it a bit of, edge. Yeah.
And the bottom, I just see the poke with the blue that you've worked in there.
And it's nice. Tulle, yeah.
And now, especially with this kind of stuff where you have, our culture doesn't really exposing. So how do you deal with that when you're designing your clothes?
Well, some women walk into my shop and they tell me, I normally do not wear stuff like this, but then they end up walking out with a piece like this because I feel our society is very conservative. But then, women have they have this a little of a naughty edge to them, and they want to try and flaunt it sometimes, So once in a while, you can just, dress up.
Allow it a little bit.
Yes, just a bit, just a bit. Yeah.
Now, any fashion tips for our viewers from you?
Well, I would say that stay true to yourself. Every individual has style. Whether the style is punk, whether the style is, classic. I mean, you should stick to your style and see what works for your body type. Yeah. Which a lot of Ghanaians don't do. A lot of Ghanaians don't do that.
That's really hard. Yeah. Now, what about those that are out there that are, looking to become young designers, fashion designers like yourself? What advice do you have for them?
Well, I would tell them that for you to be successful, you have to be passionate about what you do. If you're not passionate, there's no way you're going to get successful at your job. So they should keep at it. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a lot of hard work, sleepless nights. Well, they should just focus, and definitely, I'm sure that it will come true because it's really worked for me. Yeah. It's worked for me.
Definitely. Now, thank you very much, Ajepomaa, for joining us here today.
Welcome.
Alright, so that is all we have for you for this episode today, and my name is Crystal Jeanne. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Knaf Couture for doing my lovely outfit, Kabengo for my jewelry, Accents and Arts for this lovely furniture you're seeing on here, and Koala for sponsoring our setup design, and obviously DJ Snoop for always helping us with some good music on here. And thank you very much. My name is Crystal Jeanne once again, and see you next week, Sunday.
Girl, yeah, I know you've been through a lot lately, so you don't really know what you want right now. But tell me, do you believe in magic? Do you believe in magic? Here we go. You don't need to be told up. Deep run, baby. Yo, B, put me on. Come on. Oh, yeah. Anytime I look in your eyes, oh girl, I kinda free. And I really don't know what to do. I make you ready to pay your price, so I'm down now on my knees. I just wanna know if you're ready for me too. Cause your true beauty keeps on shining.